Hey up everyone, Magpie Gaming here. I hope you're all doing well. Now before I get into the nitty gritty of today's video, which we're going to be talking about the Winter Offensive update for Battlefield 6, one of the fixes for apparently the stuttering and the menu issues if you are playing via Steam on the PC is to turn your friends list to offline. Apparently this will fix some of the issues. It's just a quick temporary workaround at the moment. Why switching your friends list to offline will help, I do not know, but that is something that's been reported online at the moment. So yeah, if you're struggling on Steam via the PC, switch your friends list to offline and see if that makes any difference for you. I haven't been able to test that yet, but we'll see how it goes. So yeah, Winter Offensive released yesterday and seems to have broken more things than it actually fixed. There's been multiple issues reported with this update. First of all, they did bring in a new tier path on the Battle Pass. This was an 11 tier sort of bonus path for Winter Offensive. They immediately had to turn that off because it wasn't working well and points of it were being skipped. I think that's up and running again now, I'm not 100% sure, but mine seemed okay yesterday when I was doing it, so we'll see how that goes. There was multiple issues with stuttering in the game. Personally, I can't say that I saw any of that myself, but yeah, that was another one that was being reported by people. The menu issue, this was another one that I saw straight away. I played a game of Conquest. That was great, came out of that back into the menu system and none of the tiles would work. I couldn't move over to do a game of domination or anything like that. I could choose the menus down the left hand side, sort of like play and bulletin and things like that, and I could choose the loadouts across the top, but the actual tiles wouldn't work for me. The only workaround I had for that at that moment in time was to quit the game completely, relaunch back in, and it would then work. But every time I quit out of a game, it would not work again, and I'd have to restart the game. So yeah, not great. A lot of people reporting hit registration issues. I can't say that I really noticed any difference in my hit registration in the game. There was times where I'd shoot at people and I wouldn't register any hits, but this was no different than before the update. I only assumed that every bullet had just missed this person magically sometimes, because sometimes it felt like I was nailed on to hit them. But that was no different than the update, like I say. So hit registration for me seemed pretty much the same, but a lot of people saying that they thought it was worse and were struggling with it. Audio issues, obviously they'd done quite a bit of work on the audio to try and make things stand out better, so enemy footsteps would stand out better. I do believe that enemy footsteps are now slightly more prominent than there was before. I feel like I can hear enemy footsteps better than I could before, but the directional audio seems a little bit off than it was before the update. So sometimes when I'm thinking somebody's coming from slightly to the left, they're actually on the right. So yeah, I feel like the audio's gone a little bit further backwards for me in that terms. But in terms of enemy footsteps being more prominent, they definitely are, in my opinion anyway. So it was probably not the update that DICE really wanted. They was definitely hoping that they'd fixed a lot of issues in the game, and I think they've probably made headway on some things. But like I say, hit registration just seems the same to me. But I played maybe just a couple of hours. I probably need to put a little bit more testing in to see if that has thoroughly changed properly. The audio, like I say, seems to have gone a little bit backwards. But it's a shame because the actual update, what they added into the game, wasn't too bad. So obviously we didn't get a new map this time. A lot of people are moaning that we didn't get a new map. I'm not too bothered about that. I like Blackwell Fields, I like Eastwood. Would I have loved another map? Yeah, probably, but the rework of Empire State is pretty good. It's all snowy, it's got a proper winter vibe on it, and the freeze lock mechanic, which I knew nothing about until I actually played the game, I didn't have any info on what it actually did, is pretty cool. So if you haven't played it or you don't understand it, what happens is whilst you're playing on the Winter Offensive version of Empire State, your character will slowly start to freeze. So as you're running around, you'll notice that the edges of your screen start to frost over, your gun starts to frost over, which looks really cool on the screen. And I think the ultimate sort of end game for this is if you don't get yourself warm, your character does freeze. I've not gone that far to see if that's what actually happens. But there are a number of fires spread all across the map, and you need to get yourself near to a fire to sort of unfreeze yourself. One of the mechanics with this is if you've been shot and lost some health whilst freezing, you won't regen that health until you warm yourself up. So I think it's a cool little mechanic. I'm enjoying it. I think it's pretty good. I love the winter version of Empire State. It looks really good. Footsteps sound really good in it. Like I say, enemy footsteps are prominent, even more so if you're in a quiet area on the map and you can hear people sort of treading through the snow. It's really good. I'm enjoying it. So I think that part DICE got done well. You know, it's great. Would we have loved a new map? Yeah, probably. But this rework is pretty cool. I'm enjoying it. It's just a shame that they seem to have broken more things than they've fixed with this update. But apparently, DICE are aware of all of the issues and are actively looking into fixes for it. So I would expect there'll be a hot fix in the coming days. How long it'll take them to sort these issues, I don't know. In terms of hit registration and audio, I think they will just be moved over into the next major update. But I think for the menu and the stuttering, there'll be a hot fix out for that at some point, especially for the menu. Can't keep quitting the game and going back into it, and you can't keep your friends list. Why am I struggling to say list? I keep saying lisp. So you can't keep your friends list offline all the time, especially if you're on Steam. People like to communicate with their friends and whatever. So yeah, that is a temporary workaround. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think of this update. Is it bugged to fuck? Are you not enjoying it, or are you enjoying the new map, the reworked map, and the freeze mechanic, but struggling with issues with stuttering and the menu and everything? Let me know what you think down below. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching and listening. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Take it easy, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.